Moving on, Isabella Merced, the actress playing Hawkgirl in the new James Gunn Superman, she was asked like what you would want for the future of a character in this you, and she was like, I think she talked about a solo movie if they could do it, if they could put out more project. She's more excited. If you watch Madam Web, if you're familiar with Madam Web, um, Presto. In fact, majority of our Presto, she's the type of person that she does the research, even though at some point you may see that you may have the feeling, or you may see that she's not familiar with the character, but she does her best to research the character, the universe, the story behind it, even what fans are expecting about that story, the timeline. Now, given the fact that in the comics and even in the animated series, our Orc girl is not the Orc girl that John Stewart was in love with. In fact, that's Orc girl, but more of Orc woman. The history of Orc girl is one weird history. But ours is Kendra Sanders, and she John Stewart was a romantic interest for Sharia Hall. That was the one that Orc was. Now, obviously she's a reincarnation, so they may make it work, they may not make it work. This is a universe, so they can play around with any story or any timeline they want to do. And James Gunn is fond of that. He can create something. It's more comic booky, but at the end of the day, it just change the story where you're like, you changed it, but you're not angry enough. So it's not that big of a change that'll make you be angry. So it's fond of doing stuff like that. So if this is what she wants and if this is where our story leads to, then no problem. She might end up being in the Justice League. John Stewart might end up being in Justice League down the line, depending on how this universe becomes successful and if we are going to keep on getting more of the stories down the line. So our whole quote title was, I love the idea that I love I love the idea, and that's why I love Lewis and Clark. The love story between aliens and humans. There's something so romantic about it. So um John Stewart and our girl is something that we may see in the future. I do have some thoughts, but we'll have to see down the line. We'll have to see how long things go, and we'll look at it as are these two actually compatible for each other. Um, Sadly, one point I wanted to make was that they retconned for this universe they changed something that's important to Superman origin, but it made sense if you watch My Adventure with Superman and you've watched this movie, you understand what I'm talking about, or you get an idea of what I'm talking about. I'm not putting out a spoiler review because I don't understand there are a lot of people that watch my content and there are a lot of people that are expecting something. So basically, what I want to say is that is this something you're excited for? Is this something you want to see? Me, I have some thoughts, but I have to see more of a character in future movies and what is going to happen with John Stewart in Lanterns. So please share your thoughts down in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.